Good morning. It's day 53. I'm at the Saunders shelter, as you can see in the background there, and I'm in the middle of breaking camp and packing up for the day. There's my hammock set up behind me. I've got a fairly long day planned today. It's about 15.7 or so rounded to 16 miles to Elk Garden, which is a road crossing, and there's said to be some decent camping right around that road, as well as actual bathrooms at the parking area. So yeah, this gear explosion as I'm packing up. So that's where I'm headed today. Should be a long day. Probably get in, around 7 or something like that. And there is a 2,000-foot climb in the afternoon. That's not like steep, but it's just long and continuous. It's like a third of my day, mileage wise, if not closer to half. All right, this means I'm back on trail. Pay no attention to the timestamp of this video. Looks like another gorgeous day. There's a ridgeline across. I can hear, I don't know if you can, but I can hear sounds of rushing water in the valley below, which is probably that laurel, one of the laurel branches. I hadn't really looked on a map, but I'm curious whether this laurel is the same one that's the Laurel Falls and the upper Laurel branch that I stealth camped on a few nights ago. I'm thinking it probably is, but I haven't really looked at the map from that perspective. Hey, I've just arrived at Stagnant Pond. I remember this because this is where I camped the last time I hiked through this section, over there on that little dam structure. So right now I need to hike around this pond to the other side. But yeah, it looks a little less stagnant than it did last time, just because I see ripples on it and it's got some clarity. So more like picturesque pond this time. So I've just exited the woods onto the Virginia Creeper Trail. There's a little rest bench right here, which is nice, and I've already seen a couple of bicycles go by. And I'm right at my 4-mile, 2-hour mark, so I'm gonna take a little break right here. So this part of the AT has joined the Virginia Creeper Trail for a little less than a mile, maybe 3/4 of a mile.
Is this that section that merges with the AT?
Yeah, I'm on the AT right now.
Gotcha. There's a bench right here.
All right, thank you.
There's a bench right here.
Ever since we crossed the bigger river on the bridge, we've been crisscrossing these little cascading streams like every 1/8 of a mile, every couple of 100 yards, just nonstop since we got across the river back on trail. It's quite lovely. Just finishing up lunch here at the Lost Mountain Shelter. Oh, 1995. This one has a construction date on it. Don't remember seeing that on the Saunders Shelter, but that's kind of cool. Yeah, I was taking note of some of the architectural details on these first couple of Virginia shelters. They seem to be a similar design, but slightly different construction and detailing, but I can go into more of that later, I guess, or in my journal, perhaps. Anyway, it's just after 2. I've come 6 miles and probably have 8 to go. 8 miles is 4 hours, so that's 6 p.m. plus add in a break. So 6:30 if I go the full 8 miles. It's official. I'm on the same side of the fence as these rather large, incredibly large beasts. So hopefully they're of a peaceful nature. And my trail goes right through there. And there's a power line. That's what I thought was a fence earlier from below the ridge. I do like the smell of cows. It really brings me back. I think it's very kind of pleasant and nostalgic aroma. But holy cow, that thing's huge. Hey, he's looking at me. He's up there in the trees. I'm taking a brief standing break. Most of the way up this mountain, it's been quite a climb from right after the cow pasture all the way to here. And then a bit more. I'm about a 1/2 mile from Buzzard Rock, which is nominally the top, at least of this portion of the climb. Well, standing atop Buzzard Rock, or adjacent to, if that's the actual rock right there, which it probably is. Oh man, that was quite a climb. Somewhere in the neighborhood of, I want to say 2,000 feet, maybe 1,700 at this point. I still got another little climb right over there. But I was checking my augmented reality app earlier, and you can actually see Roan High Knob from here about 4 horizons over. I think that's, let me see, right there. That should be it right there. The hazy gray one way off in the distance. So that's pretty amazing. Couldn't ask for a prettier day to summit a rocky bald. All right, so this is when I wish the zoom were a lot better on this camera, but that's as far as I can zoom in. But the haziest ridge on the horizon, right there. The highest point of that portion of the ridge is Roan High Knob. Which is where I was last week, and then over here, let's see if I can find it. It's hard to see on the screen. One of those little hazy ridges beyond the dark ridge in the foreground is Unica Mountain, which is the day after I left Irwin, which is crazy that you can see that from here. The haze really gives it a nice depth though, like in this direction, the haze and the shadows. All right, headed down from Buzzard Rock for the last little push to wherever it is I'm heading, Elk Garden, or the Elk Garden parking area and a road crossing. So I came down here to this little spring, and it's really weird because it like has the flow on it is not regular and consistent. It like surges. Seems bizarre, but I need to fill up real quick, so. Well, the last quarter mile has been extremely scenic, as you can see, but also very technical with the rocks and the roots to kind of slow down the last, we have 2 miles left or thereabouts to the Elk Garden road crossing. But this is what the trail is looking like right now. Well, I've arrived at Elk Garden, which is this road crossing. There's a bathroom right over there, and this rather nice campsite. And so I'm about to set up right there.